It was like the cringiest moment in TV history. Who would like to have their first kiss by someone who they have pressured? I felt like a third wheel. I felt I was doing something I'm not supposed to do. Hi guys, this is Anna and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my god, this week provide so much action for us. Whereas last week it seemed that the show was only about Lucy, Joey and Tommy thing. This week we had so many different plotlines going on. It was so good. I remember at the beginning, after the cast was released, everyone were like, oh my god, they look so boring, whether they are able to bring the drama. But yeah, I tell you, they have proved us wrong. Before we start, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for weekly Love Island reviews. Oh, let's get cracking. What has been happened? So the week started when the new guy Danny arrives and everyone are cheering up for Yewande. We were like, oh my god, finally there's someone for Yewande. And then on the sneak peek we can see Amber going on a date with him as well. Everyone were like, oh my god. First of all, people didn't want that Amber Michael thing starts to fade before it even started. And then they were like, oh, we want Yewande. But no one didn't predict that Amber wouldn't be the biggest threat. It ended up being Molly. As soon as Danny went to the villa, Molly saw him and was like, he is my type, but we go more into that later. After Danny arrives to the villa, we hear that Sherif has been kicked out from the villa because he was breaking some rules, and internet was buzzing because basically ITV didn't get any hint. They just said that ITV agreed with Sherif that because he broke the rule, he needed to leave the villa immediately. Oh, I was so curious. So annoying not to know. Then I realized that I need to get a life because I was literally too invested. There went lots of speculation because no reason were given. Someone had fun creating fake Insta profiles. The theories were that he had using his mobile phone in the house. Other reason was he got into a fight with Anton. And then I even heard that he had used truck somewhere. Then I heard that he had been pleasing himself in jacuzzi, which is weird because obviously the jacuzzi this season has been removed to the hideaway. So there's lots of rumors circulating. ITV should have had a cover story, which maybe might not be true, but now because they don't give out anything, it makes people speculate more. It would be just horrible that there would be rumors like that if they are not true. Now people think that Sherif can be violent or being pleasing himself or using drugs. Who wants to be known like that? Last year Niall left because he was dealing with some mental health issues. ITV didn't address that much either and he didn't go after Sun. But after Sherif was kicked out on the villa, there was one episode when he was on the villa, but oh my god, the editors were so savage. Like you couldn't see anything of him on that episode. They just briefly said he has been kicked out and the next scene was so fake. And for the other islanders, is another day on the villa. Sherif is not going to After Sun. Sherif didn't do the podcast with Kem and Ariel. He gets no interviews and I just wonder what might the rule be he has been broken, because I know people go there to look for love, but let's not be naive there. They also go for publicity, get deals, things like that. Kind of now he just left with bad reputation and I don't know how many brands want to collaborate with a person who has some kind of beef with a big media company like ITV and who has been associated. Things like that people have been speculating, masturbating yourself. Oh, Like, I just hope that at least none of the other islanders were hurt him. I don't even know who is Anna interested at the moment. They didn't show her that much during this week, but I hope she will stay there. Meanwhile, I absolutely loved seeing Yewande getting ready. Like, she looked like $1 million on her VT. She said, I cannot really flirt. Well, she proved herself wrong on those dates. Did you see those eyes? And like every time she was talking to Danny, even on the villa, she was like really flirty. Oh my god. I'm not quite sure if I believe Danny's intentions. Last year you could smell through the screen that Frankie wasn't real with Samuel, like you could just sense it. Now 80% of me thinks that Danny is not the real thing for Yewande, but like a little romantic in me hopes that it is actually true. And on Friday they finally had their first kiss. It was so cute. I literally felt butterflies in my stomach. I was so invested, even though it was really awkward. Like, I would have really much pressure if the first kiss would be set up like that, but I loved Amber's pep talk. Who would have known that I have starting to like Amber? I still think that she was unnecessarily rude to Callum, but people have noticed she gives the pep talk to the girls, but she's only moody with the boys. Even when Amber was telling pep talk to Molly on Friday, oh, it was so like, everyone needs a friend like Amber. She is not fake. Speaking about Molly, oh man, this girl was enjoying the attention of Anton, Tommy and Danny. Molly said, this is the first time I have got this kind of attention from guys at the same time, and I think she got a little bit carried away. Of course it's flattering to get attention at the same time from many different directions. It makes you feel wanted, but from experience I know if you are playing too long on the field, you end up playing alone if you don't make the decision at some point. I feel like Molly became a little bit too comfortable in that situation. She kind of forgot where she is, never knows what's going to happen in that villa. She was shitting her pants when these new girls arrived. The fit Molly threw was a little bit too much compared that she hadn't paid any attention to Tommy at all or show any interest. Her head has been turning to Danny, to Anton. I wouldn't dare to throw a fit like that, especially for a guy who is not even my boyfriend. Then the girl's behavior when the guys were on a date, right? If the guy wants you, they want you. If they don't want you, no matter what you do, they don't want you. Girls' behavior on the date, the best thing if they would like to kind of keep their man's interest, if the feeling is really there, would have been be just chilled. I know it would be really hard in that situation, especially if you really like someone and you're not sure about their feelings, and then there comes stunning girls like Elma and Maura, but that would be the best situation because then your man would see also like, I'm coupled up with such a cool girl who can behave, instead of actually acting like that childish way. Now the girls made the new girls look really good. There is a way to be polite as an adult without being fake. What I thought that Molly was reacting a little bit over the top, like, oh, do you want my jacket? Hi babe, oh, we are like besties. And Amber was like, I don't like that girl, I don't need to pretend that. So I think there should be a middle golden line why you cannot just be casually like, hi, welcome to the villa, and leave. Why take it over to the top and be like, let's be besties. Clearly you are not. So that I found a little bit fake. It was the most awkward situation and date ever. The girls watching and behaving like that. I loved the entrance of these two new girls. They were like, ooh, 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 walking there like bosses. Elma seems really nice and sweet. I cannot believe Maura is 28. Maura looked like the mixture of Adriana Lima, Katie from season 2, and Kendall from season 3. Like, mixture of all of those women. It was weird. I'm not going to lie. I had a little, like, crisis when I saw her because she looked so gorgeous. You could tell she had light her eyes on Tommy. At the latest, that time when she sat down on that table, she didn't left anything under the imagination. She was really graphic about things she would like to do with Tommy. At first I was like, wow, I was shocked, but at the same time I was like, wow, this is type of girls we need, who are like sexually so open and kind of break the barriers, because I feel that still there is so much stigma about girls being sexual and girls being the ones that want sex as much as men do. But if girls speak those things out loud, they are considered as easy, whereas guys are just being cool loud. So that kind of appealed. And also her confidence, I was like, I want some of her confidence. It was so good when Anton said to Molly that, oh, it's so weird that suddenly you have feelings when there is a new girl who is interested of Tommy, and I totally agree. As the week went on, I think Molly shot herself in the foot a little bit on Friday's episode. Basically, what she was trying to do is to kiss Tommy. Tommy said no, he wants to wait the right moment. Did Maura listen? No. For me, no is a no, and you should respect that. When I first saw Maura, I was like, she is so gorgeous. She looks like a girl who has a bunch of amazing looking guys just lining up for her, and she can just pick and choose like what kind of problems this girl can have what comes to choosing a man. That's why I was so surprised when she was pushing and pressuring Tommy to kiss her. Who wants someone kiss them under the pressure? I don't get that. It was really their discussion, their conversation is so heavily sexually based. Like, they have so sexual attraction between them. Maura hasn't basically, at least what has been showing to us, as anything about Tommy himself. They have only been discussing about sexual things. So if Tommy happens to choose Maura, which I'm not sure anymore after what happened on Friday, I would be interested to see how long it lasts, because at the moment, their connection is so sexually loaded and sexually based attraction that I doubt that they will last. What I predict that if they get together, they have sex and that's about it. It's like a one night stand, but it's more awkward because you're stuck in the same villa. When I was listening them talking to each other, especially looking Maura's eyes stripping down Tommy, I was like, it was so like private type of conversation and so sexual. I felt I have tuned in someone's private videos, I don't know. 73% of Twitter was thinking Maura's dirty talk was too much, where 27% thought that no, it was still sexy. At the beginning, when people were calling her desperate, I was just like, oh, maybe these girls are just jealous because not many girls have the courage to be that confident. It was just too much. There is a difference being sexy and confident than desperate. I asked my Love Island family on Twitter. 89% said that Tommy seemed really annoyed. 11% were thinking he was actually okay with that. A little bit of mystery is always good. I saw a few comments saying that what Maura did was okay because she's so good looking and that would be okay. So I asked my Twitter viewers, do you think if girl is super hot that it's okay to force the kiss despite you say no? 83% of you guys said no, it's not absolutely okay. 17% says yes. So let me know on the comments down below, especially if you're a guy or into girls, I don't know. Is it okay if the hottest person in the world would try to kiss you and you would say no? Would you feel okay with that? For me, no matter how good looking guy you are, but if I say that I don't want to kiss you, I don't really want to kiss you, no is a no. It's not a game where you try to be hard to get. No is a no, and you should respect that would turn me off so much, and I don't care how good looking you are. I think this is when it all went south. After that happened, Tommy actually went back to the bed to Molly. I think that he got a little bit scared of that kind of situation. The bad thing also was that Maura didn't even want to admit that to herself, because next day she just tried to justify that, and actually that made Tommy a little bit turn back to Molly. I don't actually think neither of these girls are good for Tommy. Other one doesn't give anything back, and then the other one gives too much back. This might be unpopular opinion, but I still secretly I hope that Tommy and Lucie will get back together. At the beginning of the week, Amy and Curtis become officially half boyfriend and half girlfriend, whatever that means. Basically, they are exclusively dating and agree that their heads won't be turned by other people. I think it was so cute. Many people were saying, what the heck is this half girlfriend thing? Amy has never had a boyfriend. What I didn't like that was it next day, soon after Lucie and Joe go on a date and decided to be exclusive. Amy was mad. She felt that they had stole their thunder, or how do you say in the UK? I think that was not necessary. The things kicked off. I liked Amy, but towards the end of the week, it was so crazy how Amy decides to talk to other girls, how Lucie is enjoying her own company. Like, she's never with the girls, and that raised the topic of, do girls need to be only with girls? I'm like Lucie. I have lots of male friends, and I just get along with men so much better because I'm an overthinker myself. So I kind of find guys are so chilled, and you know, it's so much easier to hang out with them. If I would be stuck in a villa 24/7, I would also need my own time. I don't think there's no problem. Good friendship lasts even a long distance. I have close friends that we are in touch like once in a month, twice in a month, but we are so close despite the distance, and always when we see each other it feels that we wouldn't be apart at all. So I just felt that Amy created a shit storm out of nothing. It was good that Curtis tried to talk to her, like, no, that's not right, but somehow Amy was able to make Curtis to go back on his words a little bit. It's so crazy how your opinions can change from one side to another. At the beginning I didn't like Amber, now I like her. When Maura came, everyone were like, oh my god, Molly's so annoying, and then yesterday it all changed because Maura was trying to force kiss. Everyone are now cheering for Molly, so we'll see what happens. Here I'm going to read few of my favorite tweets. So Emma says that instead of being dramatic and telling everyone else, it bothers her before telling Lucie. Drives me nuts. But I think Amy is a little less mature, and I completely agree. Amy should have gone to Lucie first before telling to other girls, especially when she was claiming how close they are. Ebay GX and she says, Molly May telling Tommy that she likes him 2 minutes after him getting 2 dates. Girl, bye. You just want to stay in the game. And I still think that Molly's not that interested of Tommy. I think just she likes feeling of being wanted rather than Tommy itself, and there is a difference. When you meet the right person, you don't need 2 weeks, especially in that kind of environment, to decide what do you want, you know? This tweet came from Rosetta, and it says, literally, if roles were reversed, the boy would get so much shit for it. And I actually agree, there is double standards here. Whether it's a girl or boy doing this, no is a no, and people should respect other people's personal boundaries, no matter how good looking you are. If someone doesn't want to kiss you, they don't want to kiss you, simple as that. Christine Lewis says, in this whole Tommy, Maura, Molly triangle, I'm actually rooting for Tommy here. He's trying to do right by both girls and trying not to hurt anyone. And it seems whatever he does, Molly kicks off, and Maura is just trying to make it harder for him and piss Molly May off. I actually agree. If if Maura would have respected what Tommy said and paid attention, she wouldn't force the issue. That makes me just realize she have other intentions than actually being genuinely interested of Tommy, because she didn't respect at all what he was saying back. In relationship, no matter if you want someone, if they don't want you back, you cannot force it. Even though you might used to get everything you want in life, it's not happening like that. In relationships are two people, and if one wants something, one doesn't, it's not happening. I really hope there comes like third girl for Tommy. I just think people are making fun of him. He just turns his head. What this poor lad is about, like other options he had. He wanted Lucie and he was pursuing that. Lucie said no. Unlike Maura, Tommy respect that and was like, what else I have offer? Then Molly May happened to come in, which he liked and tried out. Well, that didn't work out, and obviously now there is Maura. I think that Tommy is able to commit, at least I hope so, as long that he's given a chance to meet a nice girl who likes him and is not too pushy, you know. Peace says, Maura trying to justify Tommy not kissing her as if she didn't get pied. It's one thing to do a wrong thing and the other justify it. I think that was really worrying that Maura didn't seem to regret it at all, or then she was so embarrassed, so she covered that up. HCM says she's taking all the mystery out and overplayed her hand. Yeah, I think her own game that first was working is now turning against her. Now the best thing for Maura would be to redeem herself, would come a little bit down. Louis says, right, Maura needs a Tedley tea and a 5-minute timeout. It's all getting a bit too much. Marguerite Tierney says, not acceptable behavior, no means no, whoever says it. And that's right. We shall see what happens next week and how the dynamics will change. Does Maura still keeping being as pushy she is, and what happens to Amy's and Lucie's friendships? I think obviously that has been now affected. Danny and Yewande, can we see them more locked up? And oh my god, it has been so nice to see Michael and Amber. I think Michael is that kind of guy that needs girl like Amber who, you know, put him in its place. In Amber's fairness, she doesn't fake. Like, if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you, and makes it really clear. And I actually appreciate more that kind of people than people who are like nice in one moment and not nice in the other. Let me know, comments down below, what are your thoughts? What do you think about Maura and Elma? Do you think there is future for Anton and Elma? What are your thoughts? Who is your favorite couple? And who do you think are going to get dumped? Give a thumbs up, subscribe my YouTube channel. You can find my Instagram over here and my blog over here. Love Island on ITV2 at 9 p.m. from Sunday to Friday. We will see you on the next video. Bye!